Gemini. This is Erica, and I'll be doing your January 2020 Love Teroscope. Was going to do a year-long 2020 preview, but I realized so much shit can change from now to then. Alright, well, this decided to flip itself up, engagement. So, your love life might be ascending to a higher level of commitment. I received that for myself. Thank you, Jesus. Alright. Anyways, so this is for January 2020. This is good for anywhere that Gemini resonates with you. Could be 5th house, 7th house, 8th house. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, North Node. What if the message is yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not, baby. Check out something else. Alright, take what shit. Y'all are talking today. What flipped out? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. My spirit guides have been talking to me about that. So, alright. For realsies. Alright. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Divine. What messages do you have for my Geminis? Alright. What's been going on in the recent past in love for my Geminis? Recent past in love for my Geminis. We have deception. Fuck that shit. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Well, thank God that's in the fucking past, right? Right. Okay. Let's see what's in the present. What is in the present for my Geminis in love? Everybody's been getting this fucking card. Trust. We gotta trust the universe, guys. Gotta trust the fucking universe. Woo! Alright, the situation is calling for you to have faith, right? Alright, I have faith. Alright, future. Near future in love. Near future in love for my Geminis. You get 2. Okay. You get 2. Ooh, okay. Well, that makes sense. So we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And then we have soulmate. Yeah. This is your soulmate, boo-boo. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. So, bottom of the deck, overall energy, playfulness, which Taurus got this too for an overall energy. To recapture romance and allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. It's all about having fun. Fun is when the magic happens in our lives. You stop having fun, you stop getting magic, right? I think a part of it is being able, when you're having fun, you're detaching from the outcome. You're not thinking about other shit. So it's like the universe can start working on your behalf. It's like when you stop obsessing over things. Anyways, you probably know. So I'm going to stop. Alright, so let's see what this deceptione in the past is about. I mean, both people are wearing masks, but there's 3 people, huh? Oh, it's almost like someone caught somebody else cheating, but ta-da, you might have been cheating too. Huh. Interesting. Not saying that's your, I mean, you know, if it's your story, it's your story, but I'm not saying that's your story. It's just interesting looking at the card. Like, you know, you have, it's like the woman. Oof. I just noticed that. Is that 2 women? Huh. Sorry, that looks like 2 women, because at first I always thought that was a man, but that looks like woman hair. That's a man. That's a woman. He's digging all up in her fro. Anyways, sorry. I got too invested in that. Alright, one more shuffle. One more shuffle. What is this deception about? What is this deception about? Alright, so we have the 5 of Cups reverse, the 6 of Wands reverse, and Temperance. So in the past, ooh, shit. So in the past, you could have, there could have been a breakup and you felt like you were getting over it, but every time you felt like you were getting over it, you weren't over it because this person came back. Or the thoughts came back of this person. And so it's like, okay, well, time to heal again. 2 5s, interesting. So the person would come back and you would have to like get over them all over again. But I feel like recently, like really recently, you're finally getting the fuck over them. You're like, all right, I'm not really thinking about them anymore. Like, I don't really get that wound up when I do think about them. You're not like, well, you're not fighting with the person anymore, probably because they're probably not around. But even though you have like love for them, you don't want it. I guess that's part of the deception too. That's weird. This has been happening for a lot of fucking people. Or every past couple of readings, I've pulled out the same card either back to back or almost back to back. Anyways, I don't know what that means. If anybody knows, let me know. That's just interesting. Anyways, okay. So, getting over somebody, they came back and you felt like, almost kind of helpless. And then angels, I feel like, intervened, which kind of made you feel like when you started really getting over somebody in the past, I feel like that's when the angels intervened. It's like, I'm tired. We got to stop doing this crying thing and like going back to your ex because it ain't working out, or going back to somebody because it ain't working out. It's just causing drama. So it's like you finally let that conflict go. You finally let the idea of notion go that you might ever be together again because you realize they're not good for you in this lifetime. They're not what you want. So you let it go. But even though, you still have some love for them, even though you don't want to admit it, you still have love for them or still had love for them, but you don't want it. And as much as they come back now, you're just like, I can't. And so right now you're just trying to juggle like, oof, yeah. You're just trying to juggle like, you're just trying to get your shit together. Like you're not even trying to really think in the past, the recent past. You're like, fuck love. Don't really give a fuck because I just need to get myself together. And so this person that kept coming back that you were dealing with could have been a water sign. Very emotionally cold or very emotionally manipulative or like kind of off their fucking rocker. Like they might have been like all lovey-dovey and then all of a sudden will be like act like the coldest person on earth. And you're like, I ain't got time for this shit. I gotta make a call. I gotta make a decision. And you decided that you were gonna walk away because obviously you deserve better and you were tired of being lied to. You're tired of not knowing where the fuck this person stood. And one thing that would always like go through your head, you're like, if they really loved me, if they really wanted to be with me, why are they treating me this way? And you went through that a while and you put up with it for a while. And then finally you, with the help of your angels, you were able to finally walk away. And I feel like this time it's like, no, I'm serious. Like I'm really walking away. Number 10, chapter's closed, buddy. I'm moving this wheel forward. The wheel of fortune is moving forward for me. All right. So let's see. Present moment. Trust. Why is trust in the present? Okay. So, okay. So, trust in the present. I feel like you will either meet a fire sign or you're becoming like a fire sign. You might have fire in your chart. If you're going to meet a fire sign, it's going to be a very masculine person. They're going to be also pretty transparent. They're not going to try to woo and bullshit you. You're going to know where they stand. Like, I feel like the person in the past, you really never knew where they stood. Even when they would give you an answer of how they felt, you're still like, but you sure? Because you really don't act like that. But I feel like this person, if you meet somebody new, they're going to be really good about telling you how they feel, where they stand. There's not going to be like smoke and mirrors. You're going to see like the truth about them. Also, you could be coming like the King of Wands, and you could be like really working on increasing your, I'm hearing, what is it called? Magnetism? I mean, sexual magnetism. So what that basically is, you know, like some people, you get around them and you're just like, I don't know what is it about them. They're not really my type, but holy crap, I want to diddle daddle them. Something that you're doing. It could be magically that you're doing. It could be also just you working on your self-confidence, and you might be changing your style and becoming more of who you are. You're almost becoming like, you know, you're increasing your sexual magnetism. People are going to be really freaking attracted to you, and I feel like they have been, but it's like even more so. So you need to trust that you're not going to get yourself in trouble with that, right? Let's see. Yeah, you're just you're making some power moves. You're definitely making some power moves. You're letting go of all those things that have been burdening you in the past, that have been messing with you mentally, that have been I feel like even people, I feel like you're cutting off a lot of people, or not even cutting off. You're just kind of like going just like ghost. You just do not have time anymore for people that don't resonate with you. And it's not like even a malicious thing. You're just like, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm trying to do in my life. If you're not on board, I got to move on, because I know that I have a kingdom to run, basically. And if you can't help me run this kingdom, like, peace. You know? So by you doing that, I feel like you're definitely bringing, you got this again. I like it. But you are definitely, by you doing that, you're bringing in, could be a younger water sign that is coming in. That it could be somebody that hasn't seen the bad side of love too much, which is good, because that means that there's not a lot of baggage there. They could be a little, you know, naive when it comes to love or into life, but I feel that's not like really a bad thing, you know? So you could actually be meeting two new people, or you could be the King of Wands energy and a Page of Cups person is coming in. Somebody that's very like free at heart too, that, you know, if they want to tell you they love you, they're going to do it. If they want to tell you, hey, I missed you, they're going to do it. If they want to tell you whatever, they don't have that baggage of like holding back how they feel. Now, in the same token, they might be like oversharing how they feel. But the way I feel is that, you know, better oversharing than not sharing at all, right? There's something that's going on, though, in the present that it doesn't feel right about this situation. It could be that you really don't vibe with the people that you've been meeting lately, and you just want somebody that you really want to give your time and energy to. And even though you have people that are trying to vie for your attention, you're like, I'm just not feeling it. Just not really feeling it. But the Wheel of Fortune is here to turn the wheel and to give you something better, and to give you what you've been wanting, because chapters are closing, things are closing out. And I feel too, a lot of it is because you were able to close out this chapter, you were able to make room for somebody new. Now these fell out, I'm going to put them back in. If they come out, they come out, right? But basically it's like you don't want to fight anymore, and you are ready just to sit and wait and only take what you deserve. And you're kind of taking out like the mental, I say fuckery, the thoughts that have been messing with you in love. And you're just like, I'm not even going to think about those things anymore. Like, I'm just going to focus on the good things and what I want in love and what I want in relationships. And I'm just going to trust the universe. So After the Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Ah. Oh. Interesting. Huh. Interesting. So, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's going to bring in another person. So, like I said, you could be meeting a lot of people this month, or a lot of people could be coming back. Either or. I feel like more new energy is coming in, but you're not really sure of what you want and who you want. You have older and younger that are chasing after you. You have different love styles and different, just styles really of people. But something is not, there's some kind of situation that you haven't really dealt with yet. There's some situation that I feel like is going to come back because you haven't dealt with. It was a situation that made you feel depressed. I mean, it fucked with you. It fucked with your heart. It fucked with your life. I feel like you kind of just like forced yourself to get over it, but you were supposed to... Jesus fucking Christ, sorry. This fell out. This has been happening for everybody. So, like, again, I think I told you, like, it coming out like that, which is so weird that this is happening. Anyways, so, it really made you feel fucked up, this situation from the past. But I feel like you kind of just forced yourself to get over instead of really confronting it and having the proper closure that you need. What is this? Interesting. So it did come back out. The Seven of Wands reverse and the King of Swords. Could be with an air sign. Could have been in conflict with an air sign in the past. They might have to come back to tell you something. Now, I feel like they might want to come back. I feel like they might want to come back and try to kind of win you back. But this person could have been really deceptive in the past. Could be Libra, Scorpio cusp. I feel like there's still a shitbag. And that maybe might be, it might have a situation you like force yourself to get over. This person hurt you. I feel like these are two different people. Fuck. It could be the same person for some. But there was a breakup. And it really, like, you thought this was your soulmate. And you finally got over them. And now they come back and trying to talk to you again. And trying to... I don't know what their intentions are. But their intentions aren't good. They're still sneaking around. Whether they could have been within another relationship when y'all met. Or they just, they're lying to you about something. But I feel like this finally gonna end. Or needs to finally fucking end. Secrets are gonna come out. And you are finally gonna put, like, you are having to put an end. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. You are finally gonna put an end to this person. And you're trusting, you know, I am getting rid of all these people in order to meet my soulmate. Like, I'm trusting the universe that if I do what I'm supposed to do and not have a backup plan and not have, you know, I used to call it the roster, but I'm not having all these people that whenever I'm lonely that I can go back to. Like, I am clearing out everything. It's like you're literally packing up, move to a whole nother country to start again where you don't have a safety net. You don't have a backup plan, but it's in love instead. And finally, you have the balls to just block the shit out of them and just, you know what, you're like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. I'm looking for something specific and you're not that person. I feel like they're stalking you and they're going to stalk you and they're going to watch your social media, but you don't give a fuck because you're like, I don't care. Like, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy. That's all that That's all it is. And then guess what? You're going to be happy. I know it's like, it's hard to see it in the moment, but it's like you're so kind of scared to cut all these people off because you're like, might have been used to in the past having, again, that safety net. Like, well, if this doesn't work out with Joe, I can always just, call on Bradley. Or, if Jessica gets boring, I can call on Sarah. Like, you're getting rid of everybody. You might just have to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, you might just have to just talk to your own damn self for a little bit. But in doing that, you're really going to learn what real happiness is. And I feel like you're going to bring in, like, friends. If you haven't had really any friends lately, or the friends that you want, I feel like new friends are going to come into your life and they're going to help you through this season. And in doing that, it's going to make you almost like I'm hearing more powerful in who you are. Like, you're a magical motherfucker. You could be one of those people that you could think about something and you can manifest it just by purely thinking. Or you just like easily can draw in things, or you're very lucky in things. I feel like that is going to like heighten even more because you're getting rid of all this dead energy really in your atmosphere, in yourself, So by doing that, you got soulmate up here. And you know what? Doing this and cutting off these people, it is a form of self-love because you're showing yourself like, I'm not going to tolerate anything that's not good for me or anything that's not serving my highest self. It's like when you start being more conscious of what you're eating, a lot of us don't realize the way that we eat is a form of self-love. When you're putting all this junk food inside of your body and you're putting all this maltodextrin dosimosis that you can't even pronounce, these chemicals that you don't even know what they're doing to your body, like you're kind of like, it's almost like taking drugs in a way. You're ruining your body and you're not even kind of caring about it. And I know, you might not agree with me now because it took me a long time to realize this and understand this message. But like the more conscious you become about energy and stuff, you really realize like you are what you fucking eat. So eat the more alive things that you eat, the more high energy things you eat, the more, fruits, vegetables, unprocessed things you eat, the better you feel and the higher vibration you are. And it's a form of self-love. It's like exercising. You don't exercise per se so you can get a goal weight and you can look bomb as shit, which is a great side effect. But you exercise because you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mind, you're taking care of your spirit, you're taking care, and that's a way of self-care, you know what I'm saying? So by cutting all these people off, it's like, it's a form of self-care, and it's beautiful. So don't ever let somebody say that you're a bitch for that, or a dickhead. So again, like you're leaving toxic shit behind. You're leaving those old patterns and behaviors behind. And it could have been like sex addiction. It could have been drinking. It could have been, I feel like it's more so like not sex addiction, but like people addiction. That whenever you're sad, you need to talk. Well, it sounds shitty. Not so much like you need to talk to somebody, but like you distract yourself with people. Like you feel bad. Well, let's go out with the girls tonight. Like, I had a bad breakup. Like I'm going to go out to the bars and get some strange. You know what I'm saying? Like you almost use people as a way to validate your self-worth. And you're finally moving away from that and you're giving yourself validation, your self-worth. And by doing that, you're going to bring in better people. You're bringing people that are on healthier vibration that are doing the same for themselves, So as you conquer your demons and as you conquer your addictions, you're bringing in people as friends and as partners that are doing the same for themselves, right? Because it's the whole micro-macrocosm. What we do for ourselves, a lot of times we end up meeting those people, right? It's kind of like, you start getting into tennis and all of a sudden you start meeting people that are into tennis. All right. So, I like how I did that. Anyways. So you're leaving the past behind. You're moving on from, I feel like, unstable connections. People that you know you can't have a stable relationship with. People that you know that you can't have a stable life with, whether it be friends or partners. You know, there's some friends that are good for partying, but you realize at some point you're like, what are they doing for themselves? Are they trying to do their inner work? Are they trying to be on their soul's path? Are they trying to do better for themselves? And you realize they're not. And so you're like, well, I don't see them as long-term friends. And you're letting go of everything that has hindered you from removing these people from your life before. You know, in the past, you were scared to be alone, and you're not, because you're loving yourself so fiercely now. You're really not scared of shit. You're becoming like the fool, but in a good way, where you're like, oh, there's a ledge and there's water, but I don't give a fuck because I have a rose and a dog and it's all I need. La 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 la. Like, you are just taking life head on, and you're just, usually you're going to have fun, and you are having fun because you are like you're pursuing happiness with such like not a reckless abandonment, but like you're pursuing happiness so fucking hard. Y'all need to stop. These cards are messing me up right now. But you're pursuing those things right now, like you are leaving everything behind to pursue yourself and to find your own happiness. And what is happiness? And even though that you're not able, like, you feel alone. I feel like you feel alone. And I feel like you're really trying so hard not to get down about, like, you don't have the relationship you want. You're not in the marriage that you want. You don't have the friends that you really want. But you're still like, you know what? I'm trying to stay happy. I'm trying to stay happy. And you're not even, like, worried about, you know, intimate relationships even right now. Because you know that you kind of have to let that go as well if you're going to find your happiness. And so you're on a journey right now, or in the future, in the near future, you're on a journey of really learning what you want, and you're waiting on it. And so in loving yourself, you really are calling in your soulmate, and you're waiting because you know that they are there, and you're just like, I just don't know, like, how to get to them, basically. There's going to be so for some of you, it could be in the near future. Oof. There was a Scorpio that you needed to let go of. They're going to come back in the near future. They don't want to let go. They do not want to leave you alone. They want to hold on to you for dear life. It's like I have the image of like you having to push somebody out of your house, and they're like kicking and screaming and trying to like not be pushed out of your house, and you're like trying to shut the door on their like arms and legs that are poking out. You know what I mean? Like, they do not want to go. But you've made the decision that you don't see a life with them, so there's no point in even entertaining that anymore. Look. Ugh. So, we have these again. So they don't want to let go, but I feel like, you know, you've made the choice and you're standing your ground. You're standing your ground in the near future of what you want and what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? You are going to only put your time and energy into those things that you want. So what about the soulmate? What about the soulmate? You're the one manifesting the soulmate. You've manifested this soulmate. And you've done it too by like blocking out other people. Blocking out air signs. You're blocking out fire signs, Scorpios. You're blocking out a lot of people, and you're only focused on what you want. You're letting go of any of those thoughts that are hindering you. Any of those thoughts that are hindering you. You be careful though that you, while you're waiting for you to meet your soulmate, that you don't get like in a very like depressive, like codependent kind of like you just want to latch on to somebody, because that will deter your what's the word? It will deter your soulmate from you guys getting together. Yeah. So, Gemini, your soulmate is going to be that, like, it's going to be your twin. You know, I think a lot of Geminis, you want somebody that feels like your twin. And I feel like this person is going to feel like your twin. And they're going to be able, like, y'all are going to be able to, I'm hearing, like, resonate, as in, like, y'all are going to, like, have a lot of common interest in common. Common interest. And you're going to be able to really kind of, like, complete each other. And I feel like both of y'all are going to be very deep. As in, it's not going to be a superficial kind of, like, conversations. You're gonna be like, oh man, you know, you ever heard about astral projection? Or, you know, what about past life regression? Have you ever done that? And what about aliens and, you know, draconians and Pleiadians and freaking, you know, what star seed are you? Like, y'all are gonna be able to talk about stuff you can't talk about with anybody else. And that's beautiful, because we all need that person to not, we can just, Geminis, we need to talk. And it's going to be a very intellectual, like, bond. Alright, so I'm going to finish out with what is the biggest hindrance for Gemini in love in January. What is the biggest hindrance for Geminis in love in January? One card. Biggest hindrance in love for Geminis in January. Ready? Help from above. Well, that's not a hindrance. I guess y'all are on the right mother freaking path. Because you're getting help from above. I think this talks about something about a soulmate too. Let's see. Alright. Help from above. Your positive intentions and heartfelt prayers have been heard. You are loved beyond your wildest dreams. Divine beings are working on your behalf to create the perfect circumstances for you to heal and open your heart. There is a higher order and timing to all things. You are being asked to work on your self-worth. What? Love yourself first, right? So that you can receive your greatest good in the form of incredible love. Life-transforming opportunities, healing, abundance, and divine inspiration. Keep asking for higher help and intervention in any area of your life. Then follow your intuition and lower your barriers. Let go of any notions of how divinity will bring about your deepest heart's yearnings. It may not be in the package you accept, but it will be life-altering. Your heart is about to be challenged to open wider than ever before. This may require you to feel some fear and pain. Do not run away from this experience. Take steps forward with faith. With faith. Trust, right? With faith that your greater good is coming. Alright, so the action portion is place your hands on your heart. Ask yourself clearly what you desire. Imagine what it looks like and feels like to have this. Then surround this image with silver light. Imagine sending this image with the silver light into the middle of the universe. Ask that you receive this image or something much better. Take a moment to reflect on feeling good, like you already have the help you require. Law of attraction type shit, right? Alright, Gemini, I hope this resonates. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs. If that doesn't resonate, check out other readers or check this out later, alright? So, you guys take care. Love and light. Bye.